From time to time, we get a visit, and it's always a pleasure, from Montreal Mayor Gerald Tremblay. Just a little over 2 weeks until Montrealers go to the polls to elect your new next municipal government. And a big, important job. One man vying for your votes is Montreal Mayor and Union Montreal leader Gerald Tremblay. How are you?
Fine.
Nice to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah. Now, so what's a day like in the life of Mayor Tremblay? Like, what time are you up, and what kind of things do you do?
It's challenging, very challenging. I'm an early bird, so at 4:30 I'm looking at the ceiling, and I get up, and I have to read the newspapers. It's very important. Listen to CJAD to see the good things you have to say about me.
Of course, and, always great things.
And so I do that till about 7 o'clock, and then I'm on the move. And like today, I have a lot of interviews, a lot of meetings, and I'll finish around 10:30 tonight.
This morning, they're talking about a price fixing and collusion scandal, possibly, among Quebec construction firms, where people would get together, the fabulous 14 they're calling it, and they would basically take turns winning City of Montreal contracts. And the bottom line, no one's implicating you at this point,
no.
But the bottom line is that this is costing Montrealers more to build their roads. So what do you say about this?
At this point, no, they'll never implicate me, because I'm not involved at all. On the contrary, every time that I've heard the rumors about the corruption and collusion in the construction industry, Montreal is the biggest giver of contracts, and as a result of that, I'm very careful. But every time that I have facts or proofs, I've made the investigations and I call the police. That's why you have, at the City of Montreal, you have all these issues that are a fact. But I've said very clearly to the Quebec government, you have to investigate. You've got to make sure to put in place a special brigade that's going to shed the light on all these collusions and corruption. And the government said yes to that. And what I've done, I put in place corruption clauses and collusion clauses in the contract, saying that if ever you are caught, you will not be able to bid on contracts for the City of Montreal for the next 5 years. And we're trying to do our best. But it is what you're saying. It's exactly what is happening. You have to give the contract to the lowest bidder. So they protect territory.
Mayor Gerald Tremblay. We've had some. Do you mind taking some questions here? We've had some text message questions at 514-800.
It's my pleasure.
I like this one. I like this. I don't know why. What's interesting about this question from Sam is the language. He writes, "I dare you to ask Mayor Gerald Tremblay if he's a proud Canadian." Are you a proud Canadian?
Yes, I'm a very proud Canadian, but I'm also a proud Montrealer and a proud Quebecer.
This is a balancing act that you have to.
No, it's not a balancing act. No. I'm the mayor of Montreal, so I have to defend and be proud of my city. The city is the metropolis of Quebec, so I have to be a proud Quebecers. But we're part of Canada, and I think it's very important. We were instrumental in negotiating support with the Federation of Canadian Municipalities for cities. So yes, I'm a proud Canadian.
Mayor Tremblay, you see that guy over there?
I saw him before.
Thomas Sturmacher wants to have a little chew on you in just a moment, okay? Do you mind?
No, sure, no, I'm very
I came in here to see if the balloon boy is hidden in here.
No, he's not hiding.
No balloon boy.
What do you think? What do you really think of Madame Morel?
Oh, I think that she represents the past, in the sense that she wants to go back and talk about structures. And I think that if you want to look at the future of Montreal, it's not by centralizing the services that you're going to really improve the quality of these services.
You really don't like her.
It's not a question of not liking her. No. Listen,
Seriously.
for the past 8 years, I've been picking up all the pieces and about mergers and demergers and reorganization. So in that sense, I don't want Montreal to go back 8 years. I'm not saying that everything we're doing is perfect. All I'm saying is that we have to go forward. We have to move ahead. And in that sense, if we want to improve services, which is what we want to do, then the best way to do it is to have confidence in the people that were elected in the different boroughs to do that.
If you're re-elected, you're not going to try to get another swim meet, are you?
What?
A swim meet? Another swimming competition? You're not going to do that, are you?
Yeah, I saved the credibility of Montreal. I think Montreal is an Olympic city. And try to imagine if I hadn't done that, nobody would be talking about Montreal anymore. If we
Without the swim meet?
if we can't organize an international event in Montreal, we're in trouble. So we saved it, and we saved the credibility of Montreal.
What about the F1? Where do you stand on that?
Yeah,
Where's
you
that
think
right now?
do you think we'd have the F1 if we're not?
Well, do we have the
Depends how much you
F1?
paid Bernie.
Listen, we're finalizing the fine prints. Everything is in the details. You know, the devil lies in the details. And I know I've known Bernie for the past 30 years. So I want all the documents to be signed, and once we have the signature on the dotted lines, then we'll announce it. We're not going to announce it before we have this confirmation.
What do you think of the latest creation of the Montreal Canadiens?
I think,
How do you like the Habs this year?
I think that it's a new team. You have to give them the time to know how to play together, and this is what's important. But I think that they're recognizing that for 100 years, we're celebrating the 100th anniversary. I think they're sharing now their success with all Montrealers. If you go near the Bell Center, you'll see we changed the name of the street. We're calling it les Canadiens de Montréal. I think that's a recognition for what they've done. And Jean Béliveau, which I'm a great fan of, said, listen, give this team a little bit of time. The young players that are really dedicated, that are disciplined, and that it's going to be a winning team. So I think the Montreal Canadiens, we have to be proud of our team, and we have to continue to encourage them to win the 25th Stanley Cup. We're the only team that won 24 Stanley Cup. I want the 25th Stanley Cup, like I want to win Saturday with the Impact. I think the Saputo family has done something that, no, but sports is important.
I know.
People like sport. They
I
like
just thought
winning
because
teams.
you're such a great politician, you really
No,
are.
no.
I mean, seriously. There's your morning pep talk from Montreal Mayor Gerald Tremblay. You can see him and his friends Louisa Rell and Richard Bergeron on Sunday night on Tout le monde en parle. It's good to see you again.
It's my pleasure. Merci beaucoup de m'avoir invité,
Good luck.
Andrew.
Good
J'apprécie
luck.
beaucoup.
It's my absolute pleasure.